You're listening to the Heated Bros podcast with your hosts, Casey Reeves and Joseph Ramos.
Welcome to the Heated Bros.
Welcome to Heated Bros.
All right, so Casey's not here because he has
A life and family and a girlfriend and
where is he?
People.
I forget.
I don't know, he flew out somewhere to go visit some people for
I want to see your face, Joe.
oh, I'm sorry. I feel I feel so much comfortable right now. Like,
Come on. All right.
yeah, no, he went out to. I don't want to say it's Midwest somewhere, but
I thought he was going to California.
maybe California to go Thanksgiving with his uncles. I don't know.
Something's going on. He's doing something.
Yeah,
He's not here.
Yeah, so
It's that time of year again
where family matters.
where your family's at each other's throats and your mom's favorite dog show is on NBC.
Oh man, so any Thanksgiving plans this week? Tomorrow, mañana?
I will spend the majority of Thanksgiving building a new computer by myself. And that's just the way I want it.
So screw all my family that's coming into town, and
They can look, they can't touch.
please go upstairs.
I want to be alone with the components.
They're just like, so you like putting that together with your pants off, right?
Yeah, it's an anti-static measure.
Boxers only.
Yeah, making sure I'm not going to fry this motherboard with too much static.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm spending my cousins coming into town and just spending some time with quality time with the folks and dog.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin's coming in. My sisters will be here. So it'll be fun. We're in a new area. We're not at Joe's house today.
Yeah. We are on location due to massive bomb cyclone here in Colorado. So
There's like a foot of snow on the ground, and I don't want to leave the house. So I forced Joe to come here.
and so it took me 40 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah, way too long.
Yeah, it took me a while it's normally like a 10-15 minute trip, and 40 minutes later. But then again, I did stop for Chipotle.
Got to.
Gotta eat, gotta feed my face is all.
You're hiding.
Maybe I should
get on the inside.
Maybe a little bit more like that.
Yeah, there it is, baby.
There we go. So yeah, what have we
The first thing I wanted to talk about was the new VR game from
that Half-Life.
Half-Life. It's not Half-Life 3. It's a prequel to Half-Life 2. So it's in between
Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2.
But the big gimmick is that it's a VR game. So you'll need a headset and controllers. But it looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. And yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know, like the trailer had a lot of charm and humor in it too, which was really...
Yeah, that's that classic Valve stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't just straight up like, oh, check out, like, you're just fucking killing fucking creatures and shit.
Yeah, I think it's the first VR game that's made me actually want to jump into the platform, because up until now it's been, the Saber Dance one. I don't know what it's called.
Saber, I forget. But yeah.
Saber Hero, lightsaber guitar hero.
That's a lot of fun.
I'm sure it's fun, but it's not the VR experience I want. This is something that looks like when you think VR games.
Yeah, where it's just kind of like some crazy ass open world where you're going around scavenging, looking for shit, firing at, animals and creatures and whatnot. And
Yeah, that's what gets me excited. I'm not excited by lightsaber dance revolution.
oh, I think you would after.
I'd probably get into it honestly, but it's for $1,000 for something like I think the Valve one and like the Vive are like about $1,000 to get started with VR.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You can always get that PSVR.
Is it as good though? I don't even know if this game's gonna support PSVR.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. But I do know the PS4 supports that nice Saber game.
That sick ass lightsaber DDR game that everyone's been raving about.
Dude, it is so much fun, man. You get a nice little workout too. Well, I don't know, your arms kind of...
You get like an old lady workout. You can tie a can of soup to each handle and then you get an even better workout.
I need at least a 3-foot radius around me so I don't knock anything over.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I need to clear some stuff so that I have enough room.
I think you have like enough space like right here.
Yeah, to do a full circle with my arms outstretched.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I know. We need to hurry up and get to like that Ready Player One tech where it's all like you get the nice suits and...
Yeah, you can feel stuff.
And the nice running like pads and shit, so like you can like walk around, but you're like stationary because the ground's moving, but you're.
Yeah, I don't know how the walking around is gonna work. They said that could be like, what do you call that? Where you teleport? It could be teleporting. Where you like look where you want to go.
So yeah, so that's like the big issue with I think with VR currently is that you can incur like motion sickness.
Yeah.
Because like visually you're like moving, but then like your body's not moving.
Yeah.
And so like if they found like a way to actually cheaply have like something that you can like some sort of like a treadmill device where you can like walk on.
Yeah.
Where you can like so that it would match.
Or like a hamster ball.
Yeah, giant hamster ball.
That's supported on every side, so you just kind of walk around in this
That's
hamster
actually
ball.
not a bad idea.
I'm going to trademark that, and please don't steal my idea for the giant hamster ball VR. All you need is a 8x8 cube in your house, and we will install a hamster ball.
But yeah, so yeah, the easy workaround around that motion sickness thing is that it's like a weird teleport thing. So it looks like you're just kind of like jumping as like you're moving.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that. I understand why it's necessary, especially in VR, because there's not a great walking mechanic. But I feel because it's gonna have the option, from what I read, it's gonna have the option for either using a thumbstick to walk around or teleporting. And I feel like I'm going to be a thumbstick kind of guy.
I don't know. Like, I played Skyrim, I think, on the 5th or 4th go around on VR. And, at first, like, the running thing, I don't know. Yeah, I switched it to the teleport, and
it makes more sense that way too.
I don't know. It just kind of smoothed things out a little bit, so it wasn't so like feeling like oh shit I'm going, and then like I'm standing still as I'm like playing this game, and then like just bumping into shit. Because
when you play VR? Do you play sitting down?
Not all the time.
Most of the time.
It depends on the game, but I don't know. For a lot of it, like. Because it's also like tracking like your helmet and stuff like that. So if you're like looking, so if like you're sitting down,
you don't have the range of motion.
Yeah, you may not have the range and shit that you.
But if you're in a chair like this, you could get the range of motion, or is it easier to just stand?
Well, I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like if you're standing, like say if you're sitting down, and like it's all like hey you need to pick this item up. and it's calibrating for like, okay,
height.
like, yeah, you're an average 6-foot person, right? And so you're bending down to grab something, and then you hit the ground because you're like too tall. And so it's like, shit's just out of your reach. And so like that's always something.
Yeah, that kind of has to calibrate to how tall you actually are.
Yeah. And so
Interesting.
yeah, so if you're sitting down, there may be like an item that's up on a shelf where it's just all like,
I'm not tall enough. I still have the top shelf in the kitchen syndrome in virtual reality.
yeah, exactly.
This is awful. Okay. Well, so I don't have any real experience with the VR. Does the PlayStation version come with something where you, like, I know the Vive and the Valve one, is it Valve that's coming?
I think it's Valve.
Yeah, it's Vive and Valve are the big ones, and Oculus. And they come with those kits to where it like scans your room from like 2 different corners. Mm-hmm. Does the PlayStation one do that?
No, it has like this like front facing like kind of camera that's that mounts onto your monitor television screen.
So it's more like a Kinect or a Wii or something.
Yeah, it's kind of more like a Kinect, and so yeah, it's just following your body movements, but it's not necessarily like scanning like your room or anything for like objects and shit like
that. Or
that.
Dimensions or anything.
Yeah, it's just like, it's all like, hey, there's a person there, and that's all it like
and then
looks
you
for.
Punch through your new your new OLED TV. That's what I'm afraid of.
Well, like you can. I think they want you to, sit back further. And,
make yourself safe.
Yeah.
Don't play in a closet.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Speaking of closets.
Speaking of closets, the Closet Emporium has a new. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a joke, and apparently.
Cyberpunk 2070 has a motion captured sex scene.
Yeah, so kudos to those actors.
We've got sex scenes in video games that aren't fake as hell. I'm actually looking forward to that game.
So I'm wondering if they've like worked out like, we've had those conversations in the past where they had like, the weird like algorithms and stuff for like, body parts and
yeah, it seems to me
because there's somebody who's sitting there like, all right, I have to render and like, there's only so much mocap can do, and so you have to like add
the
certain
textures,
yeah, and
the motion,
the other
jiggling.
movements, and yeah, and so there's some guy out there who's like coding and having to come up with like,
how can we make this sex animation better,
more real, realistic.
Yeah, which sex scenes don't really add much to a game, especially when they're bad. But I feel like, I don't know, Cyberpunk has a lot of potential to be a really great game.
Yeah.
And they could kind of, change the way we look at sex scenes in video games. Maybe it's going to be really cinematic, really tasteful, really artsy.
I feel like it's going to be very cinematic and very, very like art housey, like.
I hope so.
Type of like, it's just all like, why is there just some like random curtain just kind of fluttering like.
Yeah. Most video games, it just kind of like cuts to them going into a dark room together, and then cuts back when they're coming out of that dark room.
And the guy's always just smoking.
Yeah.
I hope it was good for you as it was for me. She's all like, it's going to cost you $30. All right.
We're looking at you, GTA 5. What else do we have on our list? You saw Knives Out.
I did see Knives Out.
What'd you think of that? What'd you make of this?
Knives Out, I would probably give a solid B+ to A- range. For all those Star Wars haters out there who are all like, oh, fuck Rian Johnson. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. He's a pretty good director, and
Yeah.
you know, whatever your qualms are about, you know, Last Jedi, like you can't, you know, knock any of like his previous films and stuff like that from like Looper, Brick, and then yeah, Knives Out, another fucking, you know,
It had
out of the park.
It had an insane cast.
No. Yeah, the cast was great. Everyone from shoot.
Daniel
Craig killed it.
That chick from Hereditary. That other chick. I know all of them.
I'm pulling him up.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really have any problems with that Star Wars movie. I know a lot of people that just wanted to go online and talk mad shit about it. The Daniel Johnson Blue Milk. Casey being one of them. He's not here to talk shit about it.
Right? No, I think Casey talks shit about it because, like, I like the movie, and I think he just tries to get under my skin because, yeah. But I think he secretly kind of was all like, it was an okay movie.
He's just trying to stir the pot a little bit.
But no, like Chris Evans, fantastic. Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Shannon, both fucking fantastic.
Michael Shannon is
same with Toni Collette. She fucking kills it.
Yeah, Toni Collette. She's from Hereditary.
Yeah. And then Christopher Plummer, always a fucking master. And I think the big standout from who's the main character, who she didn't get like a lot of like in
Screen
the trailers.
time?
No, she's the main character of the film.
But the
like in the trailers
doesn't.
leave her completely out. Is Ana de Armas? She was from Blade Runner. She played like the AI.
Super familiar.
No, she was in Blade Runner 2040, whatever. Yeah, and she's the new Bond girl in the upcoming.
She's been in a ton of stuff. I've not seen any of this, but she looks so familiar. I'm trying to figure out where I know her from. But anyways,
I'm pretty sure it was Blade Runner. Did you watch the new Blade Runner?
I think no, I didn't. I need to. That's kind of like
War
a mortal
Dogs?
sin. But I think the trailer was trying to make it seem like a huge ensemble cast.
No, it is a huge ensemble cast, but like so like it's basically like this crazy murder mystery, and then like without spoiling it or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the way Ryan Johnson plays with it, you know, he kind of like turns things around from like how, you know, like movies like Clue or Murder on the Orient Express and stuff like that play out, where it's all like, okay, you know, obviously one person did this and that, you know, and you know, it's just kind of more or less like
He diverts your expectations.
It's about not diverting expectations, but shoot, I'm trying to think. I think it's more like he decides to go and focus more on not so much the mode, like it clearly follows like the formula of like a murder mystery, but it focuses more on like the circumstantial stuff that
Forensics? There's a forensic
I don't
element?
know, like I'm trying to find a way to like not like
Spoil it.
Was
Was it as good as Adam Sandler's version on Netflix?
I think you know,
What was that called? Was it just called like Murder Mystery or something?
yeah, it was Murder Mystery with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, and I thought it was okay. It was pretty goofy.
Yes, it was. It
was much better.
It was much better.
That's good. It's got that going for it.
But yeah, I don't know. Like the first two acts of that film are just fucking, you know, great, and then like the third act, you know, where everything starts to like kind of like come together. Like I kind of really feel like he does it in like a really kind of, I want to say clever way.
It's a clever movie.
Yeah.
For clever people. Big brains out there.
Or like, you have that whole like, reveal like in like, at the end of like Sherlock Holmes or something like that, where it's just all like, all right, well, let's do a flashback into.
You gotta explain it step by step what just happened.
Everything that you fucking missed because, you're paying attention to all the fucking wrong things. And then like, you're just kind of like, oh shit, and like, it was fun. And like, it was, I don't know, it was a solid film. I was laughing. These old ladies that I was sitting next to the entire time were just like apparently having a blast. I can
Old people at the movies. They're either the best or the worst.
Yeah, it was just funny. So I get into the theater, right? And like I'm sitting there, it's an advanced screening for the film, and this lady's all like, oh yeah, those like cards and stuff that they handed out to you, when you came in. I was like, oh yeah. She's all like, yeah, if you punch in that code, you get a free drink. I was like, no shit.
That's crazy, old lady. I love your couponing spirit.
And so I helped her friend on her little smartphone, like, do it, and like we both got free drinks, and
yeah, we were hanging out with them.
It was just kind of funny, and both of them like the entire time were just like, well, I don't know, like, how old people are in the theater where it's just kind of like, volume isn't a thing for them. Like,
they just don't understand how loud they're being. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. I don't know if it's that they're hard at hearing or whatever, but they're clearly using outdoor voices.
Yeah.
Instead of like quiet whisper voices.
They left the hearing aids at home.
And so like, both of them are like kind of conversing between each other, trying to figure out like, well, who did what? Who did that? Type of deal. Well, clearly it was this person, and then like there's a big plot twist, and then they're just kind of like stumped.
Like, what just happened? They're asking each other at like outdoor level volume.
It was I don't know. It was fun, and I think that also kind of like added to charm.
I did notice the trailer says, "See this movie with the largest crowd you can find." Have you heard that in the trailer?
No.
It's on the TV edit of it, like with the announcer voice is so 90s. NBC News says, "See this movie with the biggest crowd you can find."
Yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, so the other thing though too is that clearly a lot of like the different characters, are clearly different like types of, I guess, trollish type of like stereotypes and stuff that you would encounter online. Which is if you're like going to go and analyze this whole film.
It's a social commentary on the internet trolls.
And so, that was another thing that I kind of, found pretty interesting and kind of fun, because it's just like clearly like there's a point where it's just kind of like, this is what he has to say about all the fucking haters out there.
Fuck the haters is basically what Ryan Johnson is saying. This is his Fuck the Haters movie.
And he's all like, guess what? I'm still doing my trilogy. Fuck you guys.
Gonna come back with that. Come back with that next Star Wars. Well, Joe, are we going to be missing you the next couple of weeks? What's going on with your schedule?
So I am going out of town to do some work, film work. As always got to pay the bills.
It's exciting film work.
Woo! I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just doing interviews and stuff. So
for
some type of charity corporate organization.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be.
No, it's just going to be like, hey, we're flying out. We're going to live it up at like a La Quinta. And
oh yeah, dude, I love that first night in a hotel. Sometimes is so nice because you just like traveled all day. Are you getting separate rooms? No, that's the important thing.
I do not know. On top of that,
the worst part about traveling with people is if you don't get separate rooms, then it's just a miserable experience, and you're all gonna come home sick. It doesn't matter if no one was sick when you got there.
Did that happen when we went out to California?
I want to say yes.
Blake was looking pretty green the entire drive back.
Yeah. No, I mean it depends. If it's a good crowd, sharing a room's not terrible. But
yeah, but when it's like you're traveling with like complete strangers, you have like weird bed habits.
Yeah,
and shit.
especially if it's for work and like you've been working all day, you want to just go home and just not talk to people.
Just want to chill on Netflix, but then they're all like, "Hey, let's go out drinking," and you're all like, "But we have to be back up at like 5 a.m. We're on vacation," type of shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. The people that I'm traveling with are not like that.
they seem pretty cool.
They're pretty cool. And
They
chill.
seem okay. I don't want to give them too much credit.
Never mind. I don't want to go into
Don't stir shit up with the people that are going to be paying you the next couple of weeks.
because I don't know if they actually listen.
There's no way.
You say that. And it's like,
I heard you talking shit on the podcast. Cool.
yeah, bro. Like, you know.
I'm just acting cool for my friends on YouTube.
I really just need the likes.
Yeah. What's going on with Nintendo? Everything's on sale for Black Friday.
Oh yeah, Black Friday. Yay!
It seems like
Okay, so surprisingly, you get this right. So, people are always like arguing like, Black Friday is like the busiest shopping day of the entire year.
Yeah.
Technically, it isn't.
What is the busiest shopping day of the year?
It is usually
Super Bowl?
the weekend before Christmas.
Huh. Well, it depends what kind of store you are. If you're a liquor store, it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But if you're a toy store, the weekend before Christmas, it's all those deadbeat stepdads going out for last minute gifts.
Love you, Ron. Thanks for showing up to my baseball games.
So here's what I've noticed. So I think, let me know if this is a new thing, because I seem like I just noticed it this year specifically, that more companies are saying Black Friday prices the whole week leading up to Black Friday.
Yeah.
So they're really trying to keep hordes of people from trampling each other.
I don't think that's like what they're trying to get at. I think over the past couple years, you're sitting there looking at companies like Amazon, where they have like their big
Cyber
Monday, where essentially like a lot of companies can't really compete with that because Amazon could hoard massive amounts of like these items where
they have the scale, like the economy of scale.
Yeah, where like your local retailer can't, keep up with they just don't have the space to have like, 20,000 televisions
right
on hand, And so
it has nothing to do with consumer safety, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with consumer safety. Basically, what they're doing is just trying to get rid of like excess stuff early.
Oh, so they can have an even crazier deal on the actual date, or what?
Well, no, because it all eventually like it ends up being like a lot of the same stuff, but like basically like they want to be able to clear like
keep a flow of inventory rather than selling it all out on Friday.
Yeah, keeping a better flow of inventory if they could sell a little bit more shit during the week. And
also I feel like a lot of people just don't want to go out on Black Friday because they've heard the horror stories. So there's a huge number of people.
It was last year. I did go out for Black Friday.
Of course you did. You're the problem.
I only wanted 2 video games. Okay?
Ended up with 7.
It was a great deal. they were literally like throwing the shit away. No. It was at a Walmart. No, it was at a Target, and there's like this lady who had a bunch of like shit in her cart, and I'm just kind of like perusing, just kind of looking for shit, to see what they had. And this is after I bought my games at Best Buy or whatever.
So you already had what you needed.
So yeah,
you're just being diligent, making sure there's not any other deals you're gonna miss out on.
And so this poor lady, like, it was kind of actually ridiculous, kind of like vulture, like how a lot of these people were just like vultures. And she like pulls her cart up in front of an aisle. She leaves her cart unattended.
First mistake.
She walks down some aisle to like look at some shit, and like there were clearly people who were like watching her and saw shit in her cart that they wanted, and they just like walked by and just grabbed it and just fucking kept walking.
Jesus Christ.
And like I saw at least like 3 people fucking like
just snag stuff out of her cart.
Yeah. And she just kind of went back, and she was completely oblivious to what had happened. And she just kind of threw the item in her cart and just kept walking,
Jeepers. Dude, Americans. Frickin' Americans. It's so bizarre.
Well,
there's
hey.
There's a holiday where you can just go out, spend all your money, be a total dickhead to some old lady, and then all in the name of
consumerism.
Yeah, and like
capitalism.
saving I don't know, $100 on a TV or something.
I don't know. Okay. So
You're defending these vultures now, Joe?
No, I'm not defending. No. That type of shit's like kind of like really, really fucked
but
up.
you can get some great deals on TVs.
let me say, like,
in defense of consumerism.
No, the best time to buy televisions is during the second quarter of the year.
Everyone knows that.
During springtime. Everybody knows that.
You don't have to tell me, Joe.
actually, first quarter. Usually,
in the fuck you, it's January month?
Everything that, like, around, everything that leads up to Super Bowl. Because TVs go on super discounts because they're getting rid of all of
last year's models,
because during the second quarter is when they put out all the new models. So that's why you have all those TV discounts around.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get a new TV, but if I'm gonna get a new TV, I want like the best TV, because like we have a bunch of like okay TV. They're really big TVs, but they're not the best displays. They're like cheap displays.
720 with 100 color.
Yeah, it's not great. Like, but now they have OLED and the HDR modes and stuff like that, and it would be nice to have something that can do.
Yeah, that's the television image. I have has a Dolby Vision and like an IMAX setting in there.
Yeah,
which is like they're pretty crisp.
But they're expensive as fuck.
Yeah, well, I took a 12-month finance, and
oh my god,
next month I'll be paying that off.
And that was 12 months ago.
Yeah,
last Black Friday, actually. God damn it, Joe.
That's how they get you.
Was that a Best Buy?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I mean, so the one that interests me right now, especially for what I do, is this. It's a Samsung OLED, so it's like the best display, and it's got a color calibrated like Pro mode, where you can display like perfect colors, and you don't have to worry about shitty monitors fucking up your videos.
Yeah, where you're just sitting there watching it, and then all of a sudden you put it up on the big screen and like, why is everybody orange?
Yeah, that happens to me all the time, especially at like I always end up with corporate videos, especially you end up playing it in front of, I don't know, a bunch of corporate people at a dinner or something, and the hotel has the cheapest projector that you've ever seen. And you throw this video that you slaved over for days and days and days, making it like the color all perfect. You throw it up on this cheap ass projector, and then it's like
garbage.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, they look like Oompa Loompas, or like everyone's fucking orange and purple, and I need to like go back to the drawing board or just like quit.
Or just bring your own. Just sign in the contract. You must only play
on a color calibrated projector. No, but if you, I don't know. I don't know that much about. I need to learn more about color grading. That's the big thing this year. That's why I have a new small monitor that's very color calibrated.
It looks very fancy from here.
0 bezel.
Yeah. There's no bezel on that shit.
Yeah, it's a
That's the other thing too, is like, man, like
these little improvements drive people insane.
Just like shrinking the bezel just makes the TV going experience so much better.
I didn't realize, like, I haven't updated my computer in 6 years.
It's got some chunky bezels.
Yeah, that thing is 6 years old. And then I ordered this new computer, and I'm just like, even like the new mouse and keyboard, and I'm like, holy shit, this new mouse and keyboard is like insanely good compared to my old like 6-year-old mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
It's like little things that you don't even expect to have improved over 6 years.
It's all that like, instead of doing a spring-loaded whatever, we've decided to add in like, a compressed air thing type of shit. And you're like, so I have to pay $100 for that shit, and then once you get on it, you're just like, fuck.
I was like kind of pissed at that, how much I paid for like a wireless mouse. But then when I got the wireless mouse, I was like, whoa.
Ooh,
oh my god!
Great, like just rubbing it on your nipple,
and like the key, it's fantastic. Technology's amazing,
and it's getting even more amazing.
Yeah, we're living in the future,
Sorta, kinda. I don't know. It turns out, the very first Blade Runner, that technically now takes place in the past.
Bummer. We don't have flying cars yet.
We don't have like giant metropolis mega cities anymore.
What did you think of Mr. Tesla's truck?
Oof. I think the funniest meme I saw on that was I don't know if you know the Pokemon Porygon.
Nope.
So it's like kind of like a little boxy looking like those like little dropper things that have like a little bird on it that like goes dunking into the water, and it's just like going up and down bobbing things. So basically it looks like a super little boxy version of that. But anyways, the funniest meme of it was that they kind of like put a couple of those trucks, stacked them together, and it like looked exactly like that Pokemon. It was kind of funny. But I don't know, like it's ugly. It's
ugly, but in like a very futuristic way.
It looks like something that should have been on like Minority Report in the background.
Right. It looks like straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah. And then on top of that, it didn't help the fact where he's sitting there talking about like the glass strength, and he takes like the sledgehammer during his presentation and breaks the glass.
Yeah, it was a steel ball that
yeah.
But there's a theory going around right now that I think is actually probably right, that they knew that was going to happen because they wanted to get the news coverage, they wanted the memes to blow up, and they wanted to get the internet talking about it. And that actually makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like they're smart enough to know that
what's that called? It's not cancel. What the fuck's it called?
I know what you're saying, but like they're like people who like go out there and like do stupid shit like that. Like what's that fucking YouTuber? Something Paul. Logan Paul or whatever. Oh yeah, the dead body thing and stuff.
Yeah, just stupid shit like that where it's just all like,
viral marketing.
Yeah.
So there's a theory that, they knew it was going to break, and it gives them a chance to show the product again in a couple months with the improved design and glass that doesn't break.
Yeah.
So I think that's
kind of smart.
Kind of smart. Break that glass, make the internet go crazy, and then bang, hit them with it again in a couple months.
There's like God, there's so many like stupid memes with it and shit like that. There's like one of those like Ford like commercials where they're like showing it like towing the damn truck and shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was good. But I don't know, it's fucking ugly, and
You wouldn't drive it?
I don't know. If it's affordably priced, maybe I would consider it.
Well, in terms of trucks, if you look at where the F-150 sits price-wise, I think it's actually cheaper than the F-150 for the entry model of this truck.
How green do I want to be?
I don't know. Unfortunately,
I'm just thinking back to this one guy that I met who was like,
a bit of a fuck boy.
A bit of a fuck boy. No, yeah. You could definitely say that. He worked at he was like a vice president for like some cannabis company or whatever, and and he like shows up like late to this interview thing in his fucking Tesla.
Oh yeah.
He's all like, "Oh yeah, it's completely like decked out and shit, you know." And
It's a rich dick's car, is what you're trying to tell me.
yeah, basically.
The pre-orders have gone insane. So many people have like pre-ordered this car, and by that they just put down like $100 deposit for when the car actually comes out.
We should put down $100 deposit.
And just pray that we can afford it when it actually comes out in 3 years.
I'm all like, we can.
It's bizarre to me that those things are just going to be rolling around the city.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess in a way, like somebody has to kind of jumpstart that like futuristic design, because I don't know. I've seen so many like really crazy concept cars that come out from all these like manufacturers and stuff over the years.
But then they make the same car over
and then what ends up happening is all like, hey, check out this concept idea for the 2022, you know, whatever. And you're all like, oh man, that looks kind of fucking sick. It's all like sleek and has these crazy ass lines and shit, you know.
And it's claiming some wild miles per gallon.
Yeah, and then you know, and then what's going to happen? 2022 rolls around, and then you're just going to kind of get like, you know, the same model that's currently out there, but like slightly like altered and cleaned up a little bit more refined.
If you've been in like a Chevrolet truck, the interior has not changed since maybe 2003.
It's all plastic.
It's all the same, and like they do it because it works, but you're getting marble countertops and a giant touchscreen in this truck. Like that's fucking cool.
Man, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just, I do feel like, yeah, it's just kind of one of those, like, all right, you know, like, we were supposed to have cars like this, like.
We were supposed to have these.
back at, like, you know.
10 years ago.
Before 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know? And, yeah, they're still, you know, we're still, you know.
Building the same F-150 every year.
F-150 and stuff, like, all right, so slightly like rounded, you know, corners, it's just gonna be kind of a little boxy.
Ooh. And I'm not gonna lie, I like the look of the F-150. I think it's a good looking truck, but I don't think anything's changed about it since 95.
No, not at all.
I mean, the body has changed, and I mean,
know, they added like, oh hey, here's a little step thing.
It's not changing fast enough. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's a lot of weird. It's not even like Apple increments. It's like minute increments. You know what I mean?
Yes, but in their defense, they are the best-selling trucks. They're still the best-selling truck.
Oh yeah. They're
people
who
people who drive F-150s. I used to be one. I used to drive a '94 F-150, and they keep buying F-150s. People who
you're all like, but I love my Subi now.
Yeah, I needed something that didn't get 15 miles to the gallon less.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of feel like design-wise and aesthetic-wise, you know, with the way everything's been kind of going with the economy and shit like that, you know, a lot of these cars that are out there and that have been like, you know, coming out and, you know, just haven't been clearly they're just like, hey, you need to buy more oil. That's basically where they're kind of stuck at.
Yep.
And so it's just kind of like, you know, we're not going to fucking change anything until.
Yeah. I honestly think Chevy should bring their Chevy Volt back right about now, but design it better.
Yeah.
Because it had the battery for electric motors and it had the gas that it could switch over to when you ran out of battery.
Oh man, what was the company? They just kind of came out with like some crazy ass new way to do their like electric car or some shit like that. I forgot what it was.
But I think that's a smart idea right now, because I think the big problem people have is they're probably, for everyday driving, people just need the battery. Because like even you coming to my house, if you would have plenty of battery to go here and back and do your errands.
Oh yeah.
But if we had to go on a road trip to say Denver or go work, go to the airport, then you might not have enough battery.
Yeah.
So having the option of both rather than having two separate cars for two separate things, I think is a smart way to go. But everyone's kind of stopped doing that because the Chevy Volt had terrible marketing. No one knew what the fuck it was. Like, it's a battery, but it also has an engine in it, and yeah, consumers will figure this out.
Speaking of someone who owned a Chevy Volt, I'm pretty sure our friend who compared himself to Oliver Stone owned one.
Oh, did
yes.
Psychopaths own Volts. Let's call him out. Let's start a fucking...
And like, I remember I drove it like once. I was all like, this is oddly weird because it's like silent.
Yeah.
So like you can't tell that the car is on or anything other than like the little indicator light saying your car is on.
That's a little scary, actually.
And yeah, and then you're just kind of like just driving around, and like I can understand why now in a lot of like newer electric cars they've put in like fake noise.
Yeah, they actually pipe engine sounds into some of the newer Tesla. I think it's an option.
Yeah, it's an option, but like yeah, they pipe in those car noises.
That's
in there.
pretty fun. That's kind of fun, right?
Well, it's, I don't know, because it's like so weird. Like I don't know, like you get into some of those cars and they have like those crazy suspensions and stuff like that. So you're just like you're not even like bouncing when you're going off of like weird terrain. So it's just like it just feels like you're just gliding. Like
that's bizarre.
I'm like, no, I need to be able to feel the dirt and the earth underneath the car. As
Yeah.
It's like,
well, you can get a Bronco.
Yeah.
Lift it up a little bit.
I used to have one.
A Bubba truck. They're pretty fun.
They're fun.
Honestly, I kind of miss my lifted truck. Be good to have a fuck around truck.
Yeah.
Everyone needs one.
Something that's falling apart, and let's put a little duct tape there.
Exactly. Well, is there anything else, or should we just cut this one short?
Do we need to cut it short? I think we have.
We have stuff.
I think we had some more stuff.
Okay.
Like. I just had it. Oh, here it is. Let me go back down. And well, anyways, it was Star Wars rice cookers.
Oh yeah, you cannot. Please show the camera.
Let me see if I can pull these guys up.
It's it looks like R2-D2, which already he looks like a pressure cooker, kind of. But then they have like skins on them, and they're painted just like droids from. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Show the camera, baby. What'd you Google?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, baby. Can they see it?
There
yeah.
you go.
There you go.
It's on sale right now too. For $100 off, 15% off.
Is that a Black Friday deal?
It's probably a Black Friday deal.
So get your R2-D2 theme.
Also, Baby Yoda merch.
Oh, God. They knew exactly what they were doing when they put Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian. They knew their female demographic was going to go after Joe and all the female demographic. They want a Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda plushes, Baby Yoda t-shirts.
They should have like a lifelike, because it's so small, right? Like how big is he in the actual
This is
Mandalorian?
like, I don't know, but like yay big.
So I'm betting they're gonna make like a AI one that you can talk to or something.
Quite like a Baby Yoda Furby.
Or one of those, those motion sensors. Yeah, it's gonna be exactly like that because it'll have a motion sensor in it, just like all your grandma's Christmas decorations, so that when you walk by it, it'll just like say stuff to you and freak you out.
But yeah, I don't know. Baby Yoda is clearly still in the hearts
Of everyone.
except for this guy because he hasn't watched The Mandalorian.
I know.
He's a fucking.
I live under a rock.
I've. How many times have I offered to? Too many.
Every
night.
It's Jon Favreau, which he's fine. He's made some good stuff.
Yeah.
Chef is not one of those good stuff. But there's some other stuff in there that's good.
Like Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man's fine.
Yeah.
What else did he make? He made something else that I like.
Jungle Book.
No, I haven't seen that.
Lion King.
No, I haven't seen that. I've already seen the cartoons. I don't need to go see them.
Was that one?
Movies. He made one movie that I actually really liked.
Elf?
Elf is fantastic. Elf is a fucking classic.
Oh, Swingers?
Solo is pretty good.
I think he was a producer on that bad boy.
He was a producer on a lot of this stuff. It's not like he directed all this shit.
Couples Retreat. Remember that, Gem?
I do, and that was a bad movie. That was just an overall not good movie. He was not... I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't any good at all. Anyway. I think someone's coming in here. All right, we're going to cut it. Bye.
What's up?
I didn't know you were filming.
Well, we were filming until you came in.
I'll just come by, say hi. What did it say? Recording.
We need to put a red light out there.
Yeah, I guess so. We got our little...
Well, it was a good first take. Try again.
Whatever. We're done.
Try again.
It's all good. And we're back.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm out.
Thanks for listening. We hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you soon. Or not talk to you. Well, now our social media is kind of
Non-existent.
But we'll get there one of these days. But like us, love us.
Bye.